Welcome to another edition of the Halloween / October 2020 themed Vintage Toy Freedom. This video features a pretty obscure toy line that I've actually opened before. This guy right here with his dead fish launcher and a stinky pellet. This is the Casper Ghostformers line from Trendmasters, 1997. And I don't really know what was going on at the time because the Casper movie came out in 1995, the one with Christina Ricci. Tycho made some indie figures, so not really sure if there was like another cartoon or whatever. So this one, and what makes these ones cool, are these bad boys right here. These Casper Treasure Hunt Adventure Discs. So there's a game, but I don't have a computer with a disk drive. If I could find one, I would certainly want to play that. This here is Stretch. He has ghostly sounds, a squirting fire hose, a firing axe ghost, removable outfit, and a transforming disguise. He makes noises, but listen. It doesn't work. About an hour ago when I pressed this button, it made a weird little like kind of sound, but I guess now it's totally dead. Also, I guess, and I don't really know the story behind this, but you can see that it's a blockbuster bonus. So some of these you'll find carded do not have the disc in it, so that must have been an exclusive from Blockbuster, which is pretty cool to think about, going to Blockbuster in 1997 on a Friday night, getting a VHS tape, maybe some popcorn or candy or whatever, a PlayStation game, Super Nintendo game, and you see this somewhere on an end cap holder by the checkout aisles. So the instructions here just tell you how to put batteries in. We're not going to worry about that. We have the disc here, the Treasure Hunt Adventure Disc. And you can see there's a screenshot here. It says there are more free Casper computer software. Find the secret code inside that lets you download games and activities from our website, trendmasters.com. I don't know if those games are still on there, but maybe. So you can see there's different Casper figures, Fatso, Stinky, Stretch. Those are his brothers. Who aren't very nice. And Casper, you know, I'm sure you're familiar with it, but it's pretty old. Like, it's from like the 30s, maybe 40s. Definitely like the old black and white, like really bad sound, not greatly animated. There's on my Roku, there's like a channel that's like cartoon classics, and it's got like Popeye and Betty Boop, and there's some Casper ones. And one day I was just kind of flipping through it and watching with my kids, and I think it's the very first one. You know, the kind of the trope with Casper is that he's a friendly ghost and he wants to be friends with people, but they don't like him because he's a ghost and they get scared. So in this episode, there's this dog, and he wants to play with the dog, and like he makes friends with the dog. Like nobody will play with him except the dog. And then the dog dies, which is really messed up for a kid's cartoon. But then the dog comes back as a ghost, and they're like ghost friends. He has a ghost dog for like, I don't know, eternity, I guess. I don't know, however long you're dead for. So that was kind of like a weird, morbid, sweet, very like kind of Tim Burton, but back in like the 40s. So check that out if you have a Roku. There's a channel just called like Cartoon Classics. There's some Casper, and they're really short. They're like 5 minutes. Alright, so for some reason this ghost, I guess it's his, it's a disguise. It's a snap-on fleshy disguises and haunted gear. So, kind of a lot going on here. Let's get all this together. So you see it has his axe, and the head of the axe is a projectile that shoots out. I think I put it in there wrong. There we go. This squirts water. We're not really going to mess with that right now, but I'll see there's a kind of a pump action fire hydrant. And there's a stand, which that'll make sense here in a minute. So there he is, but this actually all of this comes off. And underneath it all, he's a ghost. And he has a stand. Doesn't really fit in there too well. There we go. So there he is. He sits in a stand and he would make noises if he could. So a lot of play feature here. I mean, you can have him as a ghost, which I think, if you're a fan of Casper, that's how you would want him. If you want to put on this kind of goofy firefighter outfit, you can do that too, and have him shoot his axe head, and his brother here can shoot the fish head and the stink canister. So that's actually supposed to like stink when you press it down. I don't know. It's just really kind of bizarre, and I don't really know, what they were thinking when they came up with all this. But hey, kudos for being kind of cool and different. The sculpts, I think, look nice. There's no way this fits in his hand. Oh, I guess it does a little bit. And, a lot of playability. And then, Blockbuster, RIP Blockbuster, has the computer disc that was made with Macromedia. And it says you need to have Windows 3.1 or Windows 95. It's IBM PC, 100% compatible. 486/50 or faster CPU, 4 megs of RAM, 2 megs of hard drive space, an SVGA card which supports 640 x 480 and 256 colors, standard mouse, and a sound card. If you do that, you can play this. It's also available in Macintosh format, but you got to find the details inside. So I don't know what's going on with that. But now I have two. And they're cool, clear, orange, translucent computer discs for my Casper game. Maybe you can go on Trendmasters.com and download more games. Maybe they're on the way back machine. I don't know. But either way, this is some really cool, weird stuff. And, pretty obscure. Not really valuable, but just weird and different and fun. And I hope that you enjoyed it and that you have a good Halloween if that's something that you celebrate. And as always, open your toys and play with them.